Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? How many times did I tell you? You gotta run the skid loader before you can run the excavator. I don't care if you found out how to put your seatbelt on. You start small and you go big. Okay? Jeez. Although Pap would probably say he didn't care. But let's get you running the excavator. Or not the excavator, let's get you running the skid loader. And then start you off on the small excavator, okay? I know this one's nice. I know this one has air conditioning too. But you gotta start small. Kids these days, I'll tell you. How'd you even get up there? Maybe in a couple years, okay? But let's get you in the skid loader first. She's crazy. How'd you figure out how to put your seatbelt on anyways? Smart like your mother. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So, this is going to be, I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. It's all going to depend on my helper. Oh yeah, I have a helper. Here she is. Little Miss Eleanor is going to help me out today. So basically, you guys kind of know the deal by now. Rachel and I are in the works of getting things put together for our house that we're going to hopefully be breaking ground on in the next couple months. But with our work schedules being kind of opposite, her being a nurse practitioner and me being in the construction industry, she rotates every other weekend, and that means I'm on daddy duty every other weekend. I would spend all day every day with this princess if I could. Unfortunately though, the bills wouldn't get paid and things wouldn't get done. So if we can figure out what she will tolerate and what she enjoys doing with dad, then maybe we can continue to have productive weekends, me and her, over at the Freedom Compound. So that brings us to today's video. If you guys subscribe to my dad's channel, Concrete with the Hosses, you know by now that my brother is also building a house, his house being way further along than ours. He's been knocking it out pretty quick. So we're walking up to his house to get one of our track skid loaders to push some dirt around in and maybe spread a little bit of gravel. We're gonna see if you like it, because I am slowly trying to fix up the driveway over at the Freedom Compound, and if I could do that on the weekends where I'm doing my fatherly duties and watching Eleanor and she likes riding around the skid loader with me, then we could go over there on like a Saturday or a Sunday morning and spread stone and fix up the driveway together. So here's the track machine. It's our Cat 249D3 track machine. I wanted to use this one because spreading dirt and gravel, the tracks make it so much smoother. The wheel machine tends to be a little bit bouncier, a little bit more unstable. So with this being the first time Eleanor is going to be in a machine with me, I want to make sure it's smooth and as smooth and comfortable as possible for her. So what do you say, princess? Are you ready to drive around Pap's machine? That's a yes if I've ever seen one. Okay, so in case anybody's wondering about her hearing, her ear protection, the way they build these machines is they're actually pretty quiet in here whenever you're running them. Noise isn't going to be an issue. They actually, a lot of them come standard with the radio now, so they insulate these. They use good glass that make the noise really kind of minimal. So we have the windows closed just to help again with the noise. We have the air conditioning on so she doesn't get overheated. So let's head down and spread some dirt. What do you say? So Uncle Tom needs to get his yard smoother, huh? Another thing I like about cat machines is that one joystick controls the movement, where the other joystick controls your bucket. So just right now, kind of with me also getting used to this, I can have one hand on her, stabilizing her to make sure she's not bouncing around too much while I'm still driving with the machine, paying attention to everything going on around me. Sorry if this is really wobbly. I do have the rock steady turned on, but it is a machine. It is going to shake. So I'm hoping that the rock steady really helps me out here, because that camera's bouncing all over the place. So far? Is that a smile I see? Okay, so this is the area that myself as well as our other guys park our personal vehicles in the morning before we get into our work trucks and head out to the job site. So with us kind of dumping some dirt here and filling this in, we have a little bit of a drop off here. So basically, me and Princess Eleanor here are going to basically just smooth this dirt out so that we can, you know, put more dirt here to build it up, or start spreading gravel here to make a nicer parking area. Right? That's parking to be parking in this spot. I like this carrier because it's made so that you can carry your child both facing you and facing out. So what brand is it? I don't know what brand it is, but there it is. If anybody is having a kid and looking for a carrier, it's great for walking, hiking, walking to the grocery store around town. And right now we're going to see if it's good for running heavy equipment. That's the parking brake, Eleanor. That always has to be turned off before the machine will move. And then here's your idle control. Okay. Hey, pay attention. Over here. I need you to learn this stuff so that I can retire soon. Just take it slow, okay? There, but not too bad. This is how Dad used to make his dirt bike jumps. What you want to do, Eleanor, is you want to spread a little bit of dirt and then run over it a bunch. So in that way it packs it in, okay? you're going to be a neurosurgeon. You're going to be super smart like your mom. If you ever have a brother, he'll be the one doing this stuff. See how I dump some and then I flatten it out? that better? looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Let's go get some gravel, okay? Let's just push some of this gravel over. So one thing I kind of want to just briefly discuss, I would never do anything to put her in any sort of danger. I have her here with me right now because I'm very comfortable in these machines. I'm basically in them every day. I've been operating skid loaders since I was a little kid. I can remember being like 5 or 6, probably a little bit older than that, maybe closer to like 9 or 10. My dad had a Mustang skid loader. I don't remember what size, it was so long ago, but it was one of the older ones where you had 2 pedals at your feet, and that's what worked the bucket, and then you had just like a T lever that came up in between your legs, and that's how you controlled the machine. I learned how to build dirt bike tracks in that thing. Dirt bike jumps and berms for turns, pushing dirt around for my dad, moving gravel for him. I basically learned how to operate a machine at a very young age. So I am very, very comfortable in these machines, especially considering how spoiled we are with these things now. Not only are they climate controlled, they're enclosed, they're not loud, they have a radio, they have Bluetooth, they even have a backup camera. So if you saw me, I was kind of looking, whenever I was backing up, I was looking up here. The screen for all of your gauges and everything is up here. That is also a backup camera. So every time you back up, you can see what's behind you. Now I'm working in a very familiar area. I know the area around here very well. I know, where we have bits and pieces of concrete. I know where we have gravel. I know where we have trucks and machines and everything. So that is why I chose to bring her up here and do this, is because comfortable in the machine, comfortable in the area. I wanted to make sure she was going to be all right sitting in a machine like this with me. Maybe we need to get the driveway a little bit better, because especially just starting out with the material I'll be using, and you guys will see that here in a later video, it is going to be quite bouncy. So I'll probably go get that spread first, and then get a couple layers of, 2B limestone or 2B modified, something before I take her and a machine over to the property, because I don't want to drag everything out there, drag her out there, only to have it be too bumpy and have her, unhappy and screaming. But she's enjoying it. So this was a win. All right, everybody. Me and Eleanor want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. She seemed to thoroughly enjoy being in the skid loader with me, didn't you? You want to get back in one? Is that what that is? That's excitement. So, all right, well, nothing too crazy, just spreading some dirt and pushed a little bit of gravel around. So she did really great. So I feel comfortable taking her over to the property and maybe working on some stuff there, even if it's just pushing some of the topsoil around. Yeah, she did really good. I think she's getting a little hungry now, so I'm going to go ahead and get her home and get her fed and probably changed before Rachel gets home. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Instagram, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.